Party people in the place to be, this is DJ Cassidy, and you are tuned in right now to that'senuff.com.
That'senuff.com, my brother.
My brother from another mother.
It is your time to shine.
So listen.
I mean, you've been shining for years, but now your project's getting ready to come out. We've been playing your single already, Calling All Hearts.
Yes.
And
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I know you hear this from everyone. There is no greater feeling than hearing your record on Hot 97.
Oh.
There's just no greater feeling. You know, this is the station I grew up with. There's
Right.
no better feeling than hearing you guys cut up the
Right.
break.
I love
of
Cut
my
Up the
single.
Break.
You cutting up the break is the greatest thing I've ever heard in
The
my
best,
life.
right?
The best.
I love it too. You know why I love it? It gives me that nostalgic or original feeling like when I used to cut up break beats.
Well, that's
Now,
kind of the concept
yes,
behind the record.
Yes, that's why I totally get it. When I first started DJing, for those of you who don't know, we learned on classic disco breaks. And these kinds of songs from the late 70s, early 80s.
Exactly.
It's kind of the same period that your album is kind of based on.
Yes, inspired by.
Inspired by, right?
Exactly.
So perfect.
78 to 82.
Right. So like all these songs, for the most part, had breaks. And when I got to hear your song, I loved it. I was like, oh, it's a nice song. But then when the break came in, I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yep. And if you remember, all the records on the album have a break.
Right. You gave me a tool, and you gave all DJs tools. You know, just like original R&B and or disco. And I it's like you gave me a toy to play with. Pause. I don't want to sound crazy, but you know.
But the truth is that hip hop comes from those
right.
breaks.
Yes.
Hip hop and rap music comes from those breaks, and you know, in all my experiences all across the world,
right.
the soul music of the late 70s and early 80s is the greatest and most universal dance music of all time. No matter what kind of music all the party people came to hear,
that's right.
That music will kill them.
That's
no
right.
matter who they
that's
are
right.
and no matter where we are.
That's right.
And I set out with this album to bring that sound and spirit back.
That's it.
You know, the feeling of when real humans make other humans dance with real instruments is a feeling like no other. So I went and got the musicians
right.
who were behind the greatest records of that era and put them back in one room for the first time in 30 years.
What's that process like? Is that, I mean, because
it's a 4-year process.
Oh, it's a long time.
But
is Nile Rodgers easy to deal with? Is Rufus and their team easy to deal with? Like, I mean, these guys are icons, legends. You know.
I got to tell you, I was absolutely humbled, honored, flattered, and completely mind-boggled by how humble and kind and warm and welcoming these legendary musicians were to me.
Right.
Because I could have walked in the studio and they could have been like, yo, why are you trying to bring back our-ish?
Right.
Right?
Right.
They could have been like, who's this youngin'?
Who are you?
yeah, who are you and why are we here?
Right.
Instead, they were equally inspired and excited to bring this sound back to life.
Well, I mean, let's keep it 100. As how yeah, they're iconic. Yeah, they're on top of the world or whatever, but they're not current right now. So you're bringing them back from the dead, and you're bringing them back alive.
You know,
listen, they've always. Don't get me wrong. I don't want this to be misconstrued or misquoted. The music is always going to be alive. It's always classical. We play it, but for them to create new music in 2014.
Yeah, it's
and
been a minute.
Pair them on the same radio station that Beyonce lives on and Jay-Z lives on, they could now talk to their grandchildren and be like, yeah, I'm on Hot 97 too.
Yeah, the great thing is that some of the musicians on my album are still very active on the road.
Of course.
Wind and Fire, Nile and She, Kool and the Gang.
Right.
But what's amazing about this record is that it gives them a brand new song to play in their shows and to hear on the radio.
There you go.
And it was really, really my goal to bring that sound to young people. And how I did that was I recreated the sound with the musicians of that era.
Right.
And then I went and got all these young and very current, very renowned artists from our generation, from our day, to write and record original songs.
Right.
So playing on top of this music, we have vocals from John Legend, Estelle, Kelly Rowland, Melanie Fiona, Mary J. Blige, Neo, CeeLo, Robin Thicke, Jessie J, R. Kelly, Usher. I go on the road with Robin Thicke.
Okay.
On February 21st.
Perfect.
Until March 29th.
Oh, so you're working.
So check your Ticketmaster, and for the first time, I will be on stage with a band.
There you go.
And my band not only plays along to the songs on my album, but they're completely interactive with all the songs I play. So whether I'm playing Jay and Kanye, or Run DMC and Beastie Boys, or Daft Punk and Calvin Harris, or Rolling Stones and Michael Jackson.
That's it.
The band is completely interactive. And we go on the road on the 21st, the Blurred Lines Tour for 5 weeks. So check your Ticketmaster, check my website, and I hope to see you there. And in the future, in the future, you will be seeing me with all the legendary musicians on stage.
That's what I want to see.
And all the singers from the record on stage. There's so many exciting things that we can bring to a live show with this album, and I couldn't be more excited.
Listen, I'm even predicting the future. I'm thinking Grammys. I'm thinking award shows, performances. I mean, this could be. Matter of fact, this is going to be an incredible year for you.
Well, thank you,
and I wish
sir.
you the best, man.